You don't even get that title no more. You lost it. You're a sperm donor. Mom stopped the car when you was 13 and turned around and spit on you. I probably would have did the same. You got some nerve to lie to me about my kid. That's why them be.
The drama surrounding NBA YoungBoy didn't begin with a press conference, a legal filing, or a carefully crafted statement from a publicist. It began with something far more unpredictable, a raw, emotional live stream that felt less like internet drama and more like a public explosion that had been building for years. And within minutes, the entire internet was watching. A woman sat in front of a camera, visibly frustrated, speaking with the kind of emotion that only comes from long-held anger finally reaching a breaking point. She wasn't whispering accusations behind closed doors or sending messages through lawyers. She was speaking directly to millions of people in real time.
Let's see what dog bites look like. That's not a dog bite. That is a f***ing burn. Your husband down.
Names were mentioned. Allegations were made. Receipts were pulled up on screen. And by the time the live stream ended, one question had taken over social media. Did she just seriously damage one of the biggest rap careers in the world? Because the man at the center of this storm wasn't just any celebrity. It was NBA YoungBoy, one of the most controversial, successful, and polarizing artists of his entire generation. And the woman speaking? She was the mother of his child. On March 2nd, 2026, Colola, who shares a son named Kale with YoungBoy, went live on social media and began revealing what she claimed had been happening behind the scenes for years. There was no PR team controlling the message. No lawyer advising her on what to say or avoid.
I could see the brown at the top. That is a burn.
It was just a mother, a camera, and emotions that clearly had been building for a very long time. As viewers poured into the live stream, it became clear this wasn't going to be a short rant or a vague complaint. Ark began laying out accusations that immediately set the internet on fire. She claimed her young son had returned home from a visit with YoungBoy and his wife with an injury on his hand. An injury, she said, didn't match the explanation she was given. According to her, she was told the mark was caused by a dog bite, but she didn't believe it. Right there on the live stream, Ark began pulling up images of real dog bites, comparing them to the injury she said her son had. She held them up to the camera like evidence in a courtroom, calmly pointing out the differences as thousands of viewers watched. To her, the injury didn't resemble a bite at all. She believed it was a burn. The moment those words left her mouth, the internet exploded.
And let KL tell it.
Clips of the live stream began spreading across every major platform. Comment sections filled instantly with people debating what they were seeing. Some believed her immediately, pointing out the shape and color of the mark she described. Others urged caution, reminding everyone that accusations made during emotional moments aren't always the full story. And that's an important detail. As of early March 2026, there were no confirmed police reports, no publicly verified CPS investigations, and no official confirmation of the injury being a burn. Everything being discussed was based on Colola's claims during a highly emotional livestream. But whether people believed the allegations or not, the damage to the internet conversation had already begun. Because once a story like this hits social media, it spreads faster than any official statement ever could. To really understand why this moment captured so much attention, you have to understand
N-O-R. You're not a dad. You're just a sperm donor.
And who NBA YoungBoy is, and the kind of life he's lived both on and off the stage. Born Kentrell Deshaun Gaulden in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, YoungBoy's rise to fame is one of the most intense and chaotic success stories modern hip-hop has ever seen. He started recording music as a teenager using a cheap microphone from Walmart, releasing songs online while navigating a life filled with poverty, violence, and legal trouble. By the time most people were just finishing high school, YoungBoy had already experienced things many adults never face. His father had been sentenced to 55 years in prison. He was largely raised by his grandmother, the one person he often described as his protector and emotional anchor. When she passed away from heart failure after one of his early jail releases, it hit him deeply. But through all the instability, music became his outlet. And eventually, it became his empire. By 2026, NBA YoungBoy had achieved a level of success that most artists can only dream of. He broke records for the most Billboard 200 chart entries by any rapper in history, with 34 charting projects in just 8 years. His music earned more than...
He thinks when I got hit in the eye, it was his DA...
...than 126 gold or platinum certifications. His YouTube channel surpassed 15 billion views, making him one of the most streamed artists on the entire platform. In 2025, Complex even placed him on their cover with a bold headline calling him the best rapper alive. His Make America Slime Again tour grossed over $70 million across 42 shows and sold more than 500,000 tickets. And after receiving a presidential pardon in 2025 related to federal gun charges, he returned to touring and releasing music with even more momentum. From a business perspective, YoungBoy was unstoppable, but his personal life was always a different story. Behind the music, behind the fame, there was an incredibly complicated family situation. By 2026, YoungBoy reportedly had 13 biological children with around 10 different women. His first child was born in 2016 when he was just 16 years old. For years, the internet had watched a constant cycle of disputes, arguments, and social media conflicts between the mothers of his children. It became such a recurring pattern that fans almost expected new drama to appear every few months. Yet, in the middle of that chaos, one person had seemed to represent stability in his life: his wife, Jazlyn Michelle. YoungBoy and Jazlyn reportedly began their relationship around 2022 before marrying in 2023. Unlike many of the other figures in YoungBoy's life,
Well, his SPERM_DON.
she eventually pleaded guilty and received probation, later posting a public apology in 2025 expressing regret and personal growth. But when ARC's live stream started circulating, Yaya began reposting content that appeared to support the narrative that Jazlyn's public image wasn't entirely truthful. That move immediately sparked another online feud involving Jazlyn's sister, who accused Yaya of being two-faced and shared screenshots of private messages in response. Suddenly, the internet wasn't tracking one conflict. It was tracking several at the same time. Old rumors resurfaced. Past arguments were revisited, and stories from years earlier began circulating again, including allegations from an Instagram model who claimed she had been flown out to YoungBoy's home in 2022 while he was already involved with Jazlyn. Whether those claims were accurate or not, the timing made the situation even more explosive. But despite the chaos, there's an important reality many observers pointed out. NBA YoungBoy's career has survived controversies that would have ended many other artists long ago. He has faced arrests, indictments, house arrest restrictions, viral assault footage, and years of public feuds. Yet through all of it, his music continued to dominate streaming platforms. He even released a #1 album while incarcerated, joining a very short list of artists who have accomplished that. His fans, often referred to as his Day Ones or the 4KT community, have remained fiercely loyal no matter what headlines appear. For them, the turmoil has always been part of the authenticity that fuels his music. So when people ask whether Colola's livestream could destroy his career, the answer is complicated. Commercially?
Think she's superior sitting in a house getting cheated on?
Probably not. But culturally, the situation may hit differently. Because this time, the conversation isn't centered around a fight, a weapon charge, or a personal mistake. It's centered around a child, a 5-year-old boy who, according to his mother, still asks about his father and says he misses him. That detail changed the emotional tone of the entire situation. Even fans who normally ignore celebrity drama found themselves paying closer attention. And now, the story is moving beyond social media. ARC revealed during the livestream that she has already filed for child support, with a court date officially scheduled for June 26, 2026 at 8 o'clock in the morning. That means this situation is no longer just internet drama. It's becoming a legal case. And when stories like this enter a courtroom, the conversation changes completely. The music empire NBA YoungBoy built is still massive. The streams are still coming. The tours are still selling out. The fan base remains one of the most loyal in hip-hop. But the narrative around his personal life, the idea that he had finally built a stable home, is now under intense scrutiny. Colola's livestream didn't erase his success.
That's it. You don't even get that title no more. You lost it. You're a sperm donor.
But it did crack the story he had been telling about his life. And when millions of people witness that crack at the same time, the internet rarely forgets. Now the real question isn't whether NBA YoungBoy's career will survive this moment. The real question is what the truth will look like when all the emotions, accusations, and viral clips are finally replaced by facts. Because with a courtroom date already set, this story is far from over. And the entire internet will be watching what happens next. What do you think about this entire situation? Do you believe Colola's accusations, or do you think there might be more to the story than what we saw on that viral livestream? And do controversies like this actually affect artists like NBA YoungBoy? Or do fans separate the music from the drama no matter what happens? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive breakdown, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next story.